Well, today's the day. Welcome back, guys. Today we are going to do the fuel pump finally on our Taurus wagon here. So I already got it jacked up in the rear here. She's ready to go on jack stands, so now I get to crawl around on my back for an unknown amount of hours and wrestle this tank out, get that fuel pump changed, and hopefully finally be able to drive this thing longer than 12 seconds. So without further ado, I guess let's get started. Okay, this bad girl is our tank. Methyl. Looks like we got our filler neck and vent tube right here. Got some cute little tank straps up in here. Look fairly easy to get to. The underneath of this thing is pretty clean. Actually, looks like our fuel filter's right there too, so we get closer under here into the spider webs. Yeah, there we go. Just gotta pull these straps out, get the floor jack in here. So let me see what we got over here. Oh, okay. So they just pop off on this end and the tank will swing out. Okay, that'll work for me. Got some racing shocks that are red. Huh. New muffler. That tow hitch looks like it's secured. A little exhaust bushing's a little worn out, but not bad under here, really. Huh. First time I've actually really looked under here. So, okay, let's get this tank dropped. I'll get you guys set up. Let's see what we can screw up. Got these two nuts, or bolts, I guess. Dang. They're on there. Alright. They haven't been off since 1914, I think. Okay. First, the thing is the first. Get these hose clamps off so I can get this to drop down. This will be pretty much the same on any fuel pump you do. You got to take your filler neck off. Sometimes the vent tube is inside the main filler neck, sometimes it's beside it. In this case, it's beside it, so loosen these up. Wow, these probably haven't been off in a day or two. There we go. Oh yeah, nice and shiny. Stick our blade, kind of get under that rubber a little bit to work it and break that seal that I'm sure it's developed. All I'm doing is just kind of shoving this under here and breaking the seal on this guy so I can see it. Because it's, been there so long it's stuck. So I shove the blade under there, kind of get it work loose a little bit. Ideally I should have grabbed some channel locks, but I'm too far away now, so. I think this was 1/2 inch, or maybe it's metric. It's probably metric. Let's try. Yep, 13. So let's get bust these bolts out for this tank. At least one of them. See how easy they are going to come off. All right, not very easy. Okay, I gotta get up anyway and grab the jack. So, I'm gonna grab the jack and we'll be right back. We're back for the third time. 16 trips to the garage already. Got some channel locks. Okay, so I'll kind of break this loose a little bit. Get to spin. Break that seal. Okay, that one's spun. Can't get to that one. I'm gonna imagine it spinning. Makes me feel better. There's water. Why is there water? Oh no. There was water in the jack. Of course there was. Okay. Add the jack. Impact ran out of oomph. Thank goodness we got 75 miles of threads. There ain't no way. Oh, it's getting easier. All right. Any day now. Okay. Are we loose enough to use the impact again? Could have just got the 1/2 inch. Would have saved myself so much time. It was probably loose 4 turns ago. This metal tank looks gorgeous. Alright, now we're going to put the jack under here. That way it helps support it. Because now all the weight is on this other strap. Yeah, the trick is to put the hand on the opposite side of your leg. So you have to get up again and re-jack it up. But anyway, I'm going to support this, that way the weight's off this strap so we can get that bolt out without pinching it. So we're just going to come over here, and we're going to jack this bad boy right in the center. Gently, just apply a little pressure, that's probably good. Get on this guy. Send her home. Don't touch it. Alright, that one came out a little easier. Put that in the dirt. That way you get dirt in the threads. Okay, straps are loose. Part of it is probably being held up by the filler neck. We might have to take it loose. Take the screws loose from the door, behind the door, I guess. I'm glad the filter's right there, because while we're doing this, we might as well change a couple other things. The fuel filter, if I got one, I think I got one that fits these. And then I want to do the fuel pressure regulator just because it was super cheap and might as well. Okay. Yeah. I think I will take this filler neck loose because it's really not in the way. Or I mean that nothing is in the way of it coming down a little bit, I don't think. I lied, there's one bolt right here holding that on. Well, there's nothing really protecting it though. And this little sway bar, can you see this? Look at this little... No wonder she corners at 110 so well. Alright. The wife is home. Okay. Plan of attack. Don't have one. Take this filler neck loose and see what that gets us. And my lunch is here. Okay, just real quick, I wanted to show what those were up here in this filler neck behind your gas cap. You got these 3 little bolts here through this gunk that we need to get out of here. And those will hold the upper portion of this filler neck to the body of the car. That goes under the... I'll put that back later. And we're gonna loosen this filler neck. This guy, just to give us extra wiggle room. See, it goes up there. Kind of see the back of the bolts there, but we're gonna loosen this to give us more wiggle room for this tank, because essentially the jack is holding the tank, and so are these guys. These are still pretty well in there. And then there's one bolt in there, and that'll just give us some wiggle room. It'll also help reinstalling the tank, because we're gonna need decent amount of wiggle room. So basically all we just did was just pull out the bolt right there, and then the bolt over here, and these straps just come right now. And they're on a hinge back here that will kind of swing out of the way, and you should be able to pop them off too, in case, like in this case, we might not be able to get the car high enough to get the tank all the way out. So we'll let those out and keep on going. Let's see if we can get this guy off here. Probably a 10 M&M. Yup. This bolt off here. So we can take the filler neck off. So we can have wiggle room. Those are weird looking We're looking nuts on there. Okay. Oh, this is my favorite part when there's that nice, good rock right in the center of your spine. It's my favorite. This is just spinning. Are we just spinning? They wouldn't dare put a knot at the end of this, would they? Oh no, it's just coming down with the weight of it. Confused me. What is going on? Do I need this or not? I don't know. It's really nice out today though. It's like 77. It's like breeze. This is one of those 75-mile long bolts, in case you were wondering. Okay, it feels like it's out. It is out. Okay, that little guy, boy, that's some fine thread. Put that in the dirt too. Okay, now these are loose. Make this easy. I already took the ones up top loose. Crawl a little farther. Oh, I found the spotter. He's in my face. That makes me comfortable. Oh, there's another one on the jack that is now in my face. That's weird. I don't think these are made to come out. Unless you gotta really finagle it here. I'm not sure. There's no... Looks like you might have to knock the pin out. That seems a little excessive to me. These are also made of actual tin foil, so we could just probably bend them out of the way, to be honest. Okay, let's just let the tank down and see what happens. See what bends, what the tensile strength is of everything. Okay. Slowly let... Oh. Shh. Calm down. Calm down. Let's keep going. Alright, shh. I wonder how much gas is in here. Alright, looks like it's falling sideways, which is okay. A little more. Okay, let's go check underneath and see if we can see everything. Looks like the filler neck did not fully release like I was hoping. The rubber lines did not want to let go. So we're going to massage them a little bit. Some more twisty turnies. And get them to let go. Because they're the sole thing. Hold on. Get the screwdriver in here. Ooh. Ooh. Shh. Okay. We're giving a little bit. Massage this guy. Come on there. Oh. Spider webs. It was resting on the jack handle. That's fine. It's definitely not the easiest to film. Where are we? Oh, the exhaust. Rest on the old exhaust. is that? What do we got in there? The old dang old build sheet, maybe? Hidden up under the tank for 75 years? Okay, this is kind of hard to film, I'm sorry. I'm still learning. But we got the tank loose on this side. It's still being held up partially by this exhaust, kind of wedging it. Filler neck's still grabbing, but good thing we let it loose so we can get all the way down here. But basically, all we're after is this guy. And hopefully there's enough room to get all this. There's a piece of something. We should be able to get down in there and get these fuel lines disconnected. And hopefully pull this sending unit. I wanted the tank all the way out, but we might be able to maybe wrestle this. There seems to be enough play in this. We could probably get it. So let me mess with this for a little bit. But that's the basics. That guy being loose helped us tremendously. Get these straps loose, let the tank down. Make sure you ain't got too much tension on the fuel lines, which we don't. Got your electric connector for your fuel gauge and your power for the pump, stuff like that, and ground. But then we got our lovely Ford fuel lines that I gotta find the tool for to get those off. But make sure these aren't too stressed, and they're not. And then our fuel filter's right here. I've never seen one this accessible before. So, we're on the right track. Good news. Got the electrical connection undone. Got the two hoses off, ground off, vent off. These were actually these older retaining clip, plastic retaining clip styles. You just kind of pry out of them and it comes right off. Good news is I breathed on this one and it snapped right off. So I get to fix that, which is no big deal, I guess. I got some fuel line that's rated for fuel injection that I'll just replace, because what broke was this little section that I got caught here right off the fuel filter. This piece that went to the pump snapped right off the second I went and turned it. So, but it happens. These are old brittle plastic foreign hoses that are long since overdue for a change. But this is our fuel filter. I spilled fuel all over myself, so that's good. But the fuel coming out of it actually was pretty clean. I got that guy off of there, so I'll take a look at that a little later. But everything else seems to be going good. So our fuel pump is underneath this guy. We got these little insulator things on top of it. I'll get the air hose and blow this off. We don't want to put any dirt in here because I don't really want to wrestle the tank out any farther, because it's still in a pretty decent spot to easily jack back up. But we got this retaining ring, locking ring, whatever you want to call it, that holds the pump in, and you just tap it with a hammer and a flat blade, and it'll spin that ring and let us pop this pump out. So I'm gonna do that real quick and we'll come back. Got our fuel pump out. Looks pretty normal, to be honest. Nothing too crazy, you know. Actually isn't really in that bad of shape. Sending unit still worked. So this isn't deteriorated yet, which is surprising. So maybe it had a fuel pump. Can't quite read the part number on this, but couldn't find a sending unit. Didn't want to risk it anyway, getting the wrong one. So instead, just got the pump assembly itself, this guy. So we're gonna do that. See if I can get this off. Wow, that came off really easy. It's still pliable, which is surprising. Usually they get pretty beat up. Okay. Well, that sucks. These are friggin' crimped. Well, that's nice. Have to break those off and use, I guess, hose clamps. That kind of sucks. I wonder why they did that. 'Cause they wanted to. Okay. Let's get these cut off. Do some pliers and see if they'll break it. Let me stretch it. There we go. Twist these off. Oh yeah, look at that rubber just deteriorating. Get this guy off of here. go. These are just plugged in. Careful about these. Alright. Get this metal thing off here all the way. At least try to get off of there. Twist! Okay. If I have a razor blade, I'd probably just cut this line, I bet you. Make it a little easier. It just falls right apart. She is worn out. Okay, got the line off. The pump should have some retaining ring, yep. Probably pop this off real quick. It's got this little retaining ring right here that kind of keeps it from sliding up. We just gently work up, because I can't remember if the new pump has one. Well, goodness gracious. Here we go. Pump slides out. Little booty slides out with it. And there we go. There's our worn out fuel pump. And she looks it. Okay. Now I like to clean everything, because cleaning goes a long way with anything, really. We got a brush here. We're just gonna clean this just a little bit, make it easier to get the new hose on, because I think it came with one. Get some of that old rubber off of there. Surprised the setting unit still works. All the connections still look fairly good. This guy is dirty. Okay, let's get the new pump. Okay, what do we got? One shiny pump. Ooh, we even got a new little section of hose. New tank seal. And new tank seal, I guess. Must have came with two. Probably just two variants. Oh, it gives you new little clips for the lines I broke. That's handy. It does not give you this guy though, or a new one. A new little filter. I think I may have ordered one though. See if it'll fit. Oh, probably not. It's totally different. No bueno. Well, thankfully, this one is okay. Hasn't even begun to rip anywhere, so I lucked out on that. Give it a little spritz with some cleanup. Lucked out on that, I guess. Yeah, this one I ordered. Said it fit this car, but that's way too small. Oh well, that's the way she goes. Let's check these guys out. Pretty much identical. That's the same. Body's a little bigger. I mean, just a hair bigger. But everything else looks okay. Okay, so we just put our little booty guy on here. Get him kind of in the same general area, shape, whatever. Get these guys kind of how they were. Get them to line up. Yeah, it's Definitely, it's like touching it. Just barely doesn't. Of course, there wasn't much of a gap on the other one either. But that's okay. That will work. So really, we only need a tiny bit of hose. About 1.5 inches, 2 inches. Use our handy dandy razor blade. Okay. Penetrant oil, make this slide on a little easier. Not fighting it as bad. Help lube these up. We can slide that hose on just like that. Put your hose clamp on. Lose the other one, find it. Calm down, please. And actually, probably have to do this first. Gently, firmly grasp it. There we go. Get this guy. Oh, we might not be able to do it that way. We might have to fight this to get this on. Should be fun if we get this. Unless we can bend this and then bend it back. Very carefully. Gosh dang it. It's probably not the correct way, but it's the way we're going to do it. Because let's be honest. Kind of work it in there just so carefully. And there we go. Okay. Bend this guy back the smidge that we bent it. Okay. Got our hose clamps. The little stubby screwdriver. I usually like having these face the same direction, but oh well. Can't be perfect all the time. We got a retaining clip. Press that back on here. There we go. Plug in our electrical connections. Got those plugged in. And there we go. That's pretty much it. That's what it is when we just place the pump instead of the whole sending unit. This is an option on pretty much any vehicle. Save you some money. Most of the time it's just easier to replace this whole thing, but in this case, wasn't exactly sure we could get the correct sending unit. So, no big deal there. Might clean this ring up a little bit. Get some of this gunk off of here. Okay, we got our fuel lines repaired that I broke. I had some fuel injection line, rubber line laying around that was ready for this. Got this guy hooked back up, rings on, cleaned up this, had to reuse the seal, so I took it out and cleaned it because both seals that came with the pump were way too big. Vent tubes hooked back up, electrical connections are hooked back up. Went ahead and cycled the key, verified we got no leaks, verified that the pump is turning on, and doing initial prime. That's good. So basically, we are ready to just put this back up in here. So now I'm going to put the jack back up here and maneuver these guys up in here. And then I'll keep an eye on this line once we get test driving to make sure everything is hunky-dory. But basically, we gotta do what we gotta do. And I did realize on this guy that was not a retaining clip for the pump. It was for the stupid little filter thing, that basket filter thing. So I did get that put on there correctly. So, I had to reuse the filter. I did not have one. I thought I did, but it's for like a Ford Explorer, so it has a way bigger inlet and outlet than this car does. And it was a little longer too, didn't quite fit, so. Anywho, we're ready to put this back up in here. Okay. Tank is in. Straps are good. Got the filler neck reattached. So, we are ready to let her down and see if it runs. Actually, I want to change the fuel pressure regulator real quick. I think that's real simple, so we'll do that real fast and go from there. Well, there's the fuel pressure regulator right here, and wouldn't you know it, they sent me the wrong one. So I got another one already ordered. I ordered one for the wrong year, I guess. I don't know, but for right now, we'll just run that one. I just wanted to change it for peace of mind, but I guess we're ready. I'm gonna go get cleaned up and let this thing down on the ground. Get the jack stands out from under it, and then let's go on a quick little test drive and see if we fixed what we did. Now the fuel pump's all finished, tank's all strapped in. Let's go. Let's see how we start. Battery's low. Alright, started. Still running. Okay, we can rev it, which is more than we could do before. It's warm. Alright. Let's go on a little. I just realized this is the first time we've drove this car since we put new brakes on it. So let's see how she does. Okay. 4-power steering line. Alright, well this is way farther than we were doing. Before it wouldn't even run for about 3 seconds, so get ready to break down on the side of the road. Alright, first impressions. It's a Taurus. Second impressions. Pretty smooth. My phone's at 2%, so see how long this lasts. May have to cut back to it in a little bit. Oh, looky there. We can brake without the steering wheel fighting out of our hand. Holy cow. Alright. Oh, you fell over. All that horsepower knocked you right over. Another thing we got to fix on this thing is the seat belts. They don't retract, I don't think. I can't remember. Blinker! Oh yeah, before it would have already quit by now. Oh yeah. Going 30 miles an hour. Shifted good. Hey guys, update time. It is in fact several days after the test drive. Fuel pump is fixed. She runs good, gets good fuel. Drove really well actually. I test drove it for almost an hour. Did great. Rode good. Took off from the stoplights. Great. All that was perfect. And of course, in typical, fashion of the cars I drive, we had an issue on the way home. Close to home, luckily, the passenger brake caliper seized on me and toasted the rotor pretty good, because it was grabbing and then boom, she just seized all the way. Got home, took the wheel off. The rotor is definitely got a big old heat spot. You can see it. It's pretty bad. You can tell that the brake pads are kind of chewed up pretty good too. So unfortunately, that's the way it goes. Sometimes, she's old, so she's allowed to make some issues, but we'll get her fixed up. I found the rotors, or not rotors. I found the calipers already. Got them here. So I'll get those swapped out. I'm going to do them both. I see no reason to not doing both. You know, if one seized, it could have been due to age or a fluke or something, but the other one could be just around the corner. Nah, I'm not risking it, especially if I want to, you know, actually drive this car and go places and see some sights in the old wagon, you know. And I did find the brake lines. I did have them. I'm going to throw those on too. Got a new rotor and new pads, obviously. Got the pads off Rock Auto. And I ordered Motorcraft brand because I thought, you know what, why not? You know, she's a Ford. And they sent me this old school Motorcraft box. Like, she just dropped off at the docks off the Mayflower. You know, she's a little old box, a little worn out, but, you know, I'll forgive them. The magnet was a fastback Mustang, so can't complain. You know, that's what it's about, those magnets. So anywho's, the next video, we are going to replace those calipers, the new lines, bleed the brakes, you know, rotor, and the pads again. And unfortunately, that's the way she goes. You know, she's old. She's going to have some issues. I'd rather it happen on a test drive than 3 miles from home on the interstate, you know. But no big deal. We'll get her fixed up. And this time, I will have better angles. You know, I'm new at this. I'm still learning. You know, I got a new tripod. We'll get you in there better. You can see what I'm doing. You know, I'm still trying to figure out this YouTube thingamabob. That way you don't have to look at my shoulder blade for an hour. You know, I'll get it figured out. We got a couple new mics. I'm not wearing it right now. I should be, but I forgot. But I will do better. So, other than that, stay tuned for that. Hopefully it's pretty soon. We do have the renovations in full swing here at the house. So, right now we're currently working on the spare bathroom. Get that renovated. Get it done. And in the meantime, I'm trying to squeeze the car videos in where I can. So, that's about it. So, thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. If you want to see more, like, subscribe, stay tuned. If you got any suggestions, leave a comment. But I really do appreciate you guys watching. So, thanks, and see you next time.